What's the story, people? Sorry it's been a while, but we're finally back now. It's myself and Waldo here with another podcast, and we're just going to be going over a few topics so far, kind of like judging how the season's going to go and kind of predicting different seeds and different things. But once the NBA season starts, hopefully we're going to be able to do weekly kind of update on what's going on in the league. Yeah, any injuries, see how games have gone, if we've seen
Reviews,
any
stuff like
games.
that.
Yeah, just reviews, and then that'll be that. So let's
Yeah.
get into video.
Let's go.
So the first thing we're going to do is talk about how our teams look and how they've done the preseason, and then how we think we're going to do. And then we're also going to talk about the Lakers because they're probably the most anticipated team.
Yeah.
Now that they've got LeBron to see how they're going to do. So
Same
with that
here.
being said, Waldo, we'll let you start with your team.
Yeah, no, so I support the Miami Heat, if none of you didn't know that. And we're not doing too well so far in the preseason. We're 0 for 3. But we have 5 injured. We have 5 injured players. It's Josh Richardson, James Johnson, Wayne Ellington, Bam, and who's the other guy? I can't remember the other guy.
Dion Waiters.
Dion Waiters, yeah. But yeah, like
So what, you played the Wizards and the Hornets, and who was the other game?
Spurs.
The Spurs. And
We lost. I actually watched the Spurs
by
game.
4, yeah.
So close. We got blown out by the
Yeah.
Hornets.
I wouldn't say blown out. It was only a 9-point game. It's not exactly a blowout, like.
Yeah, and the other team was the Wizards, and I
Yeah,
watched
the
only a bit of
Wizards.
that. But I think they're losing because
And
I'm
then-
not watching the games.
Funny.
I think
Well, you
that's-
lost anyway when you watched, so like.
I think that's the problem. But
yeah,
it's brilliant
right.
because you see Dwayne Wade turning back the clock on a couple of
Ah.
plays. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Even though he's
actually,
coming off the bench, but still, it
actually-
doesn't matter.
very big question. How
Yeah.
do you feel now that it is his last dance, his farewell tour,
His farewell tour.
his last season in the NBA?
Like it's sad, like, but I feel like he's done all that he has to do. 3
Yeah.
titles.
The
He
finals
didn't even get
MVP.
Rookie of the Year, Finals MVP.
Should have gotten an MVP somewhere in the run, but didn't.
He got robbed a couple of years ago.
What,
think it was
LeBron?
2000
It was robbed
what-
like LeBron.
which one
wasn't
was
it?
it?
2007.
He got
when he won the finals, wasn't it?
He got
Or was it the year
scoring
after?
number 1 on the scoring list. I can't remember the year for the life of me. I think it was around 2000, 2009, 2010, something like that. But he definitely should have got it. But like, I'm not too bummed out about it, but at the same time I am.
Yeah,
Do you know
he
what I mean?
probably, like, I reckon, like, I know there's people who like questioning, like, of the all-time shooting guards. They're like, oh, Michael Jordan, Kobe, and D Wade or Allen Iverson. A lot of people say Allen Iverson, but I would.
We know one
reckon-
guy that thinks it's Allen Iverson, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
He knows who he is.
Yeah, we would both say D Wade, and I reckon if he had gotten gotten an MVP, that would have definitely
Progress him
Um,
up to.
made
The second,
him
yeah.
like the definite, as in there's no question,
Yeah.
he's definitely above Allen
It's just
Iverson.
because Kobe has 5. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
5 championships to 3. That's just kind of what separates him from that, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But I think D Wade, better overall defensive player. But then again, see, I don't know. I'd probably give Kobe the ball if I want the winner in his prime Kobe versus prime
Oh,
D
well,
Wade.
yeah, you
I don't
kinda have
know
to.
I kinda
I
want
think
to.
yeah, if you want that,
because
that
that relentlessness of Kobe is
the
actually
Mamba mentality.
the mentality. Yeah, it's just it's on another level.
Yeah, but sure. Anyway, now onto my team. So
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know, I'm a Chicago Bulls fan.
Chicago's.
Yeah, good luck to you. So our first game we did well. We beat the Pelicans. We had Bobby Portis, Zach LaVine, Antonio Blakeney all on 21 points. And Zach
Right.
LaVine looked really nice. He looked back. He got an explosiveness back.
Injured already.
Looked ready. So then in our game against Milwaukee, when we actually got blown out, it was 116 to 82.
Did someone get posted?
Jabari Parker got posted somehow by Brooke Lopez.
Their
The
new player.
fucking prick.
Oh god.
But
Boys old
yeah,
team
we
as well.
deserved to lose that. But Zach LaVine then went off early enough with a bruised thigh.
A bruised.
I'm not even joking, a bruised thigh. And
Put a bit of
then
dick lack on that, you'll be
didn't
fine.
play any of the rest of the game. But that's probably just the Bulls being cautious.
He's the
'cause-
biggest injury prone guy.
Oh, that's probably been D Rose. Is
Well,
more
besides
injury prone.
Dwayne-
Come on
I
now.
was gonna say besides Dwayne Wade, besides Derrick Rose.
It's
But
always Bulls
for
players.
the Bulls,
isn't it?
yeah, it's ridiculous. It's absolute bullshit.
Hang on, no, funny, but no. The 76ers are the most unlucky, especially when it comes to rookies. They have a curse, like. But
Very
no,
young players,
anyway, so now.
Markel Fultz, example.
Yeah, but yeah, no, the Bulls have looked good so far. I'm kind of happy with what we're at for now. I know the team is very young, so in the future they're going to get a lot better, and I'm hopeful for now for the
What do you think of
next
Larry?
few seasons.
The way he's
Larry, well, he's injured at the moment, but
Yeah.
I have very high hopes for him. I think he's going to get to become one of the best players in the league.
In the league?
One of the definitely one of the
guys.
best power forwards in the league. I'm not
Yeah,
talking like
at his
I'm not
position.
talking like in 1 or 2 seasons. I'm talking give him a good few, like 5 or 6,
Yeah.
and he'll be up there in one of like as one
Not
of the
at
top
just his
players.
position, just as the general player. You think he'd be like top 5?
Well, yeah, because at that time, LeBron will be going, and then like KD will be getting old. LeBron will probably still be there.
LeBron wants to stay there until he plays with his son.
I know.
With Bronny Jr.
And
That's his main
What's
goal.
his son's 14?
He
so
only
4
turned
more
14.
years.
He turned 14 today.
So what? He has about 4 or 5 more years to wait before us. If his son gets into the NBA,
I hope he does.
that's like I know what Shaquille O'Neal's son was going to play UCLA this season,
Yeah.
but has a heart condition, so
Oh yeah.
has to get surgery on that. So he'll be.
That's scandalous.
But anyway, the Lakers.
Oh stop! I watched.
LeBron James.
They played Sacramento the other night.
Yeah,
It was
they haven't
actually
won
that
a
was
game
some
yet.
match. That was
Oh
a
wait, did they
brilliant
beat
match.
the Kings?
I think they beat them. Yeah.
I think that's their first.
It was a
win
very close
in the
game though. It wasn't
preseason.
like there was no blowouts or anything. It was just a really close game.
Yeah, I know.
And,
They definitely lost their first against the Nuggets. I don't know if did they play them twice. I'm not sure. I'll
I'm
just
not too
check.
sure. But
No.
did you see in that game? Like we'll go off Laker for a sec. But I was real surprised by De'Aaron Fox and Buddy
Yeah.
Hield just absolutely splashing
Yeah.
threes, like just back to back. They obviously must have worked over that over the summer.
Mm.
But that might just progress or project the Kings up higher now in the seeds
Yeah.
in the conference.
Yeah, no. So the Lakers are 1 and 2. They lost twice to the Nuggets
Yeah.
and once they beat the Kings
How did they
by
lose to the
5.
Nuggets?
The Nuggets, I think they're surprised. They're like, see, the Lakers right now. I don't think
Getting to
their
know each other.
defense is that great. Offense, I like even their very first
Yeah.
play was like nearly a half court alley
Alley-oop,
Rondo
yeah, I
to
seen
JaVale
that.
McGee.
Yeah.
Like I think their chemistry on offense is going to be perfect. I just think they have to get used to like playing with each other on defense and
Yeah.
like LeBron. I think now like for the last few seasons he kind of hasn't really had to focus on defense as much.
Yeah, I got
Apart
you.
from when it came to like clutch, like in the chase down block when they won the finals
You
against
get-
Andre
yeah.
Iguodala and
He can
block
turn
the
it up when he
Curry
wants
stuff.
to. If he wants to
He
win the game,
is
he
a
will.
good defender when he wants to be, but I think now he has to take on a bit more responsibility on defense
Yeah,
to kind of show because
course.
he's with a very young team, so he doesn't have
Young
like,
but
he doesn't have
experienced.
that many vets
Young and
there
experienced,
to,
sorry.
like Rondo's a good defender. He's
Yeah.
a really good like defender. JaVale McGee.
Brandon Ingram.
is
Did you see his
solid.
wingspan?
Yeah.
Did you see that play where they were trying to inbound the ball and
Oh
Brandon
yeah, he
Ingram
kicked
was
it like 3 times
yeah,
and then got the steal.
and the crowd was
and
going.
you see LeBron,
yeah,
he's going.
the bench was
mental, yeah.
going really good.
But-
It was brilliant.
I think they'll do well this
The
season.
rookies.
They might get Western Conference Finals. I know they're definitely not getting to the finals with the Golden
The
State
Warriors, yeah, the Warriors are just there in the way. They're definitely not getting.
But
I
I'm not
feel-
getting past them this season. Maybe next season or the season after.
Yeah.
But I know that
Once they get used to each other in jail and all that stuff.
Yeah, but I know that everyone they've signed pretty much this season, apart from LeBron, is on like a 1-year contract. Like Rondo, Michael Beasley,
Oh really?
and JaVale McGee, Lance Stevenson. I think they're all on 1-year contracts. So if
Right.
they don't do well this season, just ship all them out, get rid of them contracts, get in then another All-Star, maybe 2 if they can,
They
if they can
could,
afford it.
Yeah.
And then
There's talks
just
like
try
Anthony
from there.
Davis that wants to join them.
Yeah,
I know like Kyrie was thinking of recruiting Anthony Davis to the Celtics,
yeah.
but there was
Could
also
happen.
talks. It could, but there was also talks of them getting. This was like the other day of getting rid of 1 or 2 players off their roster to get Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I don't know if they got Anthony Davis, it's a GG. I think
Yeah,
they
I
could
think-
somehow
I think
beat the Warriors. I think
Right
they
now,
could.
no. I think even right now without Anthony Davis, I think they're the only team I could see beating the Warriors in a 7-game series.
Just them. What about
Just
the Rockets?
Rockets, I'd have to see them first with
James Harden fresh off an MVP.
no, but it's not that. I
Yeah.
just with Carmelo Anthony and they've lost Luka Mbamute and Trevor Ariza. That's like
This
2 big blows. I know they might not seem like compared to like Carmelo Anthony,
Yeah,
but
I
that
know.
is 2 big hits. To
I
their
guess
roster.
Trevor Ariza more than Luke and Mbamute. You don't really hear much about him.
Oh no, but he was a very good like if we're coming off the bench, he was a good defender. So
Yeah.
like he could kind of hold it down then for when Trevor Reeves was off.
and his name as well.
yeah.
It's much better.
Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, no,
Come
just
on,
with
dude.
Melo, what who's their? I don't even know who their backup small forward is now. I think it's PJ
Joe
Tucker.
Green.
Joe Green, he's a student guard.
But I'm sure he can play small forward. I'd rather put Joe Green as a small forward than a shooting guard, in my opinion.
I think he's too small. He's undersized.
In his prime, I definitely put him at that.
But anyway,
So
let's
athletic.
get back to the Lakers.
Okay,
But-
back to the Lakers.
So Yeah,
Rondo going to the Lakers itself was a bit of a snaky move.
I wouldn't say it's snaky. He's been gone from the Celtics how many
But
years
come on,
now? Come
Celtics legend, borderline legend,
So?
goes to the
No,
Lakers.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The hatred over the years, the rivalry, more to the point, over the
I
years.
know it's the rivalry, but like, come on, he's only there for a year.
The turtle himself,
Franklin the Turtle.
Franklin the turtle. He's there, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like him and LeBron's leadership will.
Oh, definitely,
lead
especially
yeah.
because he's probably this. Well, I wouldn't say like. See, I would say smartest, but I don't mean like kind of general like book smart. I mean like plays wise, he knows like all.
His court
like,
vision's
he's
on one of the best in the
like,
world.
He's like there's been
Of all
stories
time,
of
actually.
him like on defense, calling the other team's plays before they even do, and like knowing what play they're gonna like do or whatever, because he knows like literally everything. He just studies
The
other
tape,
teams
yeah,
so much.
I seen that.
Tape,
Kobe.
everything. He just knows it all inside out,
Kobe
left, right,
Bryant.
and center. He just. It's insane.
Kobe
like.
Bryant said that himself. He was like,
Yeah.
Rondo was like a freak of nature. He'd sit
Yeah.
down for hours and hours on end, looking at other teams' footage and coming up with like study their own tapes,
Yeah.
study their plays. Sorry, so that they are prepared for their
Yeah,
games.
so that he knows what
absolutely,
they're gonna
like-
do before they do.
That's like a leadership mentality
that's-
type of thing
so
to
that
do.
on defense is a huge help.
Yeah,
So like
definitely.
actually starting lineup, who do you think is gonna start point guard?
For the
Lonzo,
Lakers.
Lonzo or Rajon?
Okay, well, I'll start with personally. I would start Rondo
Mm.
simply for the experience and the leadership. But if you want like more athleticism, I'd put Lonzo there, but I feel like the Lakers themselves will put Rondo. I definitely think that. Lonzo's only 1 year in the league, and you're putting him with those types of players.
I actually would think the opposite.
You-
As in, I would put Rondo in to start,
yeah,
but I think the Lakers would put in Lonzo to start and have Rondo coming off with the bench five.
I don't know.
Because then he could be like their leader. You could have LeBron leading the first five, and then Rondo leading the second five. But
that's a
also,
good idea.
Rondo, as a point guard, you would prefer him to have the ball because he's an amazing
For
passer.
Rondo,
Whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. So you prefer to have him holding the ball for as much in the offense until making the pass.
Yeah.
Like comes at the right time.
Yeah.
Whereas in the first five, I know LeBron has always kind of been like ball.
The go-to, give him the ball,
he's
he'll
give
score.
him the ball, he'll
Yeah.
do it. So like he'll want more of the ball, and I have a feeling Alonzo would probably be happier to
Pass the ball.
not pass the ball, but like as in even have like LeBron take up the ball. Like
Oh,
he
yeah.
did that so much for the
That's
Cavs.
true, yeah. Or Lance.
Like, I
You're even
think,
forgetting
yeah.
about we're forgetting about Lance.
He's definitely coming off the bench.
I think he's a like underrated in some
Oh,
way.
he's
in some
definitely
respects.
underrated, and like I'm surprised he's coming off the bench. But then, that's actually really good for the Lakers. As in, he is good enough to be
He's
a
coming
starter.
off the bench.
Yeah, I think he will come
You
off. The
sure?
bench. Yeah,
I think he's starting, to be honest.
no.
I know he started in the
he's starting.
preseason.
He didn't start in the
He
preseason.
did, yeah.
No, he didn't.
Well, who started two guard?
Two guard.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, like
who
shooting
did they
guard.
have? They had what's his name?
It was
Caldwell
Ron-
Pope.
No, it was definitely
Yeah,
Lance.
no, I'm looking this up.
It
now.
was
I think
Rondo,
Caldwell
Lance,
Pope.
LeBron,
No, it wasn't.
Ingram,
no,
and
I'm
JaVale.
90% sure.
Where's the other 10 then?
Thing here, what do you mean? Where is he at this? No, I'm pretty sure the starting line was
I
Rondo,
don't know.
Caldwell Pope, LeBron. Was it Ingram?
Or Beasley.
And,
Or it could be Ingram.
yeah.
So they're
and,
Ingram or Beasley, and then JaVale at center.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna just.
Or that could just be for the preseason. I say during when the actual
Yeah.
season starts, I'd say let's start Lance. I would definitely start Lance with Rondo
But where
and
do you put
LeBron.
him?
Lance.
Two guard. He's a bit. I don't know.
That's what he played in Indiana.
Are you sure he didn't play small forward?
No, I'm pretty sure he played two guard.
He was
Was
playing
it not
Pacers
Darren?
last
Was
season.
it not Dar? Yeah, was it not Darren
No,
Collison?
then Victor Oladipo would have been shooting guard, and he would have been small forward. And Darren Collison point guard.
Then Miles Turner and Thaddeus Young. Yeah, you're probably right actually. But I'd put him at shooting guard. I feel like it's a better position.
I reckon he's definitely better than Caldwell Pope anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like.
I love his
it's-
style though. It's so like cocky or something, do you know, when he like
Yeah.
dribbles and it goes for a layup. The things he does after is very funny.
Yeah.
I think though the confidence is brilliant.
Well, against the. Wait, what? Hang on. No, that doesn't make sense. Sorry. No, doesn't matter. Keep talking.
Just go there.
No, but I can't find that. But
Can't find what.
as in who started, I don't know if
I'm
it
pretty
was
sure it was
Lance that
Lance.
started. I'm gonna actually. I'll check the minutes.
Or Kuzma would have a fair bit as well.
See, Kuzma could have started in power forward or Brandon Ingram or like.
We like cut this bit out.
Yeah, we probably will. Where's his minutes? Lance Stevenson had 10 or 17 minutes, so he definitely didn't start.
Was that in the last
Yeah,
game?
against the Kings, it was Josh Hart, Ingram, Kuzma, JaVale McGee, and LeBron
Wow.
started. I'll get you the Nuggets now. Against the Nuggets the second time. Come on. Against the Nuggets the second time, it was Josh Hart, Rondo, McGee, LeBron, and Ingram. And LeBron was playing in power forward.
That's crazy.
And then the first time.
Because I saw like that Lance was gonna start.
No, I
It
don't
even
think-
showed it, you know. I remember in the photo shoot as well, and then it said like, "This is your new starting line," or "This is your new Lakers starting line."
Yeah, no, he hasn't started yet.
That's
In
weird.
the first game is
They lied to my
Ingram.
face.
Ingram, Caldwell Pope, Rondo, JaVale, and LeBron. Yeah, no, I think he's going to be coming off the bench this
They
season.
lied to my face. Would you start Caldwell Pope over Lance? Better shooter, I'd say.
Yeah, I
If you want
probably
shots,
would, and I'd probably have Lance because I know he's probably more suited to a
He's
small
got more
forward.
offense. Good.
I think he's more suited to a small forward position.
Oh, yeah.
So
He's not. Do you not think he's quite undersized for a small forward?
I would think he's oversized for a shooting guard.
Oversized.
Yeah, what height is he?
That's funny. He's like around 6'5", 6.
Is he?
I think so.
No, I reckon he's.
I think he's either 6'4" or 6'5". That's my prediction.
If he is, then yeah, he'd probably be more suited to a shooting guard. But I think he's taller than that.
Alright, well, if I'm right, you owe me 20 chicken nuggets, and if I'm not right, then you can jump out the window.
No, if we go for 20 chicken nuggets, I don't know why.
Jumping
we're
out the
going
window
for
is
20
tempting,
chicken
though.
nuggets.
Jumping-
Yes, jumping out the window that I like can't fit through.
You'll find a way.
Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. Lance Stevenson is not showing what height he is. That's brilliant.
Ah, they must know I'm right.
I'll just look up. Oh yeah, so you just hide it because you're right. Yeah.
Yes. You're left and I'm right. Wait.
For God's sake. Here it is. Lance Stevenson is annoyingly not showing me what height he is.
He is annoyingly not showing me. Him personally.
Where is this? Okay, here's his stats and stuff. 6'6".
See, I told you I
So
was right.
he's no, you weren't. He's kind of like
It's like
in
a perfect-
between. He's kind of in between.
Michael Jordan was 6'6".
Yeah, so
Kobe Bryant was 6'6".
yeah, so
Shooting guards.
yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you
Starting with shooting guard, and then you
that.
can
Dwayne
go
Wade, 6'3".
6'4".
6'4".
6'4" in his prime, 6'3" currently.
Somehow
He went
shrunk.
down that much.
But
But
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Moving on to the
Well, hang on, no. So, yeah, hang on. Just who would be your starting five for the Lakers?
me for the Lakers. Well, this is what I got told. Okay, on the Instagrams.
Oh, delete the Instagram.
This is what I got
they're
told.
lying to you. That's
I would
fake
go-
news, as Trump would say.
Fakeness, fake
Get
news.
this political.
Yes,
Just
no.
Stick his name in the title. Get some.
Anyway.
What
So what?
did you just say?
I don't know. Anyway, I would go
I told
with
you no headphone warnings.
Headphone warnings.
Oh, shut up. I hate you.
Headphone warnings.
Oh,
Anyway.
leave me alone.
Alright, let me do my predictions. Or my
Yeah.
starting lineup.
Starting lineup.
I would go Rajon Rondo at
Yeah,
point
okay,
guard,
I'd agree.
Lance Stevenson at shooting guard,
I would disagree.
LeBron James at small forward,
Yeah. Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma at power forward,
Yeah.
and JaVale McGee at centre. And then for
Yeah.
coming in, I'd put Beasley in at power forward, Zubac at centre,
Yeah.
Ball at point guard, Caldwell Pope at shooting guard,
Ingram at small
and
forward.
Ingram at small forward, exactly. That's a strong team.
In fairness, I'd pretty much agree with most of that.
This was like, that's a good team. Like, it's funny, like what the Lakers used to be.
Yeah.
Even 3 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
even last
they
year.
haven't made the playoffs in like 5 years.
It's crazy.
It's pretty much since Kobe's gone.
Even their rookies, Josh Hart.
Yeah.
Did you see the Lakers in the summer league?
No.
Did you know?
No.
They were, them versus the Cavs in the final game. It was unbelievable. Josh
Mm.
Hart, that guy has talent. And they also
Yeah.
have 3 new rookies that just seem to go crazy at the bench. They're just bench warmers, really.
Yeah.
I don't know any of their names. One of them has a really long name, and the other 2 of them, they're just bench warmers. They go crazy at the plays. That's all
Yeah,
they
that's
do.
because that's all they're gonna get.
Luke Walton ain't playing them, boy.
Luke Walton, I don't rate him as a coach.
I rate him as Bill Walton's son. That's about it.
Yeah, that's why he got the job, even
Yeah.
though
And he's
Bill
curly.
Walton didn't play. Did he play Lakers? No, I don't think he did.
Who? Bill Walton?
Didn't play Lakers.
No, he played
He's
Trailblazers
Yeah.
and Celtics.
Yeah. Okay.
When the Celtics were in their prime. Well, Bart Bird.
All right. So now we're gonna leave the Lakers alone, and we're gonna talk about what teams we think are gonna be in what seeds for the two different
The
conferences.
predictions.
So we're gonna start with the East,
The
and
East.
we've already
The best
kinda-
side. No joke.
We've gone through this beforehand, talked about it or whatever, and just made our list of who we think is going to come where. There's going to be a few of them that we're kind of unsure of,
Yeah.
and that it could go either way.
And plus you tell us what you
especially
think.
That in the West, that there's a lot of kind of, because there's so many good teams in the West, there's kind of a lot of, I don't know who's going to do better or worse. Whereas the East, it's a lot easier because there's a lot less good teams. So we're going to
Yeah.
start off with the East, and yeah, as Waldo said there, just tell us what you think in the comments. What, like, you can give us a list of who you think's gonna come, like maybe top 5 in each,
Yeah.
or just the 8. So who's gonna
First
make
eight.
playoffs in each one?
We did the full thing, but yeah. Anyway, we'll start.
Alright.
Number 1.
We're going with the Boston Celtics number 1. It's kind of obvious. It's like definitely like I
Their
can't
team is
see
actually ridiculous.
unless they're like starting 5 got injured, but even then, their backup 5 is still like
with
nearly as good.
with Gordon Hayward back and Kyrie.
Yeah.
So
it's-
even what
it's
they
gonna
were
be a
last
different
year was
animal,
scary
yeah.
Terry, and now they have these. Nah, stop.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Like, especially with Terry Rozier, how well he did in the playoffs. For
the-
him coming off the bench now, it's going to be insane. Like Kyrie Irving, point guard, shooting guards. Who we got? We got
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. Oh Jesus Christ!
Stop
yeah.
that. Like even to
He's
have his
so
height
good,
and
yeah.
athleticism at shooting guard.
Oh,
Gordon Hayward.
Then we got
Jason Tatum.
Oh well, yeah, Jason.
Jason Tatum, yeah, and then
Yeah, and
Aaron
then-
Baines or Al Horford. Sorry, what
Yeah.
am I saying? Aaron Baines for?
Al Horford. Then the backup we got Terry. What?
Smart, Marcus Smart.
Yeah, Marcus Smart.
Morris.
Well, he played power forward.
Shane Larkin, you're forgetting about.
He can.
No, I'm
He'll
just
play
saying that.
power
No, I'm
forward
saying
and
their
backup.
bench. I'm just saying their general
No,
bench.
but he'll play backup power forward.
Backup power forward.
I'd say Marcus Morris.
Yeah,
put him
Marcus
in,
Morris,
and then
That's a position
Baines
anyway.
in centre. Yeah,
Yeah. And the scary Terry.
yeah. But so they're a really deep team.
And Yabusele.
I have his autograph.
Do you
Interestingly
actually?
enough, I do actually. It's mad. My auntie met him in the airport, in Dublin airport, and she was like, "Oh yeah, my son's into NBA," and he was like, "Oh here, I'll give him his autograph." He was
So
like- didn't know who he was before my auntie gave him his autograph.
Wait a
and then
minute.
found
You
out.
said my auntie was in the airport
Yeah.
and said my son
Oh,
is
did
a
I
fan of the
actually?
NBA.
Sorry, my nephew.
So your
sorry.
auntie's actually your mom. is she?
No, shut up,
Are you
Waleed.
sure about
Shut up,
that?
Waleed. Shut up, Waleed.
Oh, lads.
But anyway, yeah, so that I have his autograph. That's just a
Have you
random
framed
fact
it?
about me. No, I haven't. It's in a Polly Pocket for some
A
reason.
polygogue.
Yeah, it's his name and his number. His
But how did she
number.
recognise him? Was he with the
She
Celtics
didn't.
team?
No, she wasn't. If she, oh yeah, just get what Gaberson Yabusele.
Gaberson.
I don't know. It's a French name, I think.
Oh, he's
But
French.
yeah, I think he was going home and he
He
was
was
coming
Irish.
through Dublin or something. Shut up.
Hmm.
But yeah, no. So she saw him. I don't know. She was just talking to him, and then he said that he was in the NBA or whatever, and like, cause he's a centre, so he's probably nearly 7 foot. Like,
He is built. Have you seen Yabusele?
Yeah.
He's huge.
but
Him
yeah.
and the other
So
guy.
I have his autograph. It's a bit random, but
Sell it for
yeah.
money.
So my auntie said her nephew
Yeah, not
is into the
son.
NBA, not her son.
That's not how it
Although in
works.
fairness, my cousins do like the NBA, so I wouldn't be wrong in saying that she probably would have said that her sons are into the NBA.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough about that.
Enough about that. On to the real thing.
Celtics obviously
Yeah. For
gonna
obvious
get top.
reasons.
They're the deepest team. They have the most chance in beating the Warriors. So yeah, we'll go with them first. Second, we're gonna go with Raptors.
Toronto Raptors.
With
New acquisition
Kawhi
of
Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard. And
Kyle Lowry and
That's not a new
they got-
acquisition,
They
but-
got Danny Green as well.
they got Danny Green.
Yeah, so that's a good shooter.
See him
But
often.
yeah, what they're Fred Van Vliet,
Van Vliet, Jonas
Jonas
Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, Serge Ibaka, Kawhi Leonard.
They just
Kyle
play good
Lowry.
basketball. Have you
They-
seen the
yeah.
two of them in the? It was the first game they played. The
Who?
ball, the connection.
Who? Kyle
The ball-
Lowry and
Kyle
Kawhi
and Kyle and Kawhi.
was good.
Oh, it was really good. It's
Okay,
good footage
so,
of it.
Yeah, we think they're gonna get second, especially now.
Even last year they got
That-
second, I think, or first they got. Did they?
Yeah, they got first somehow
Yeah.
last season.
Well, that's 'cause
and
they had
then
DeMar, didn't they?
absolutely choked against LeBron as per usual. But now they're not going to be able to face LeBron because he's in the West unless they get to the finals. The Lakers
Yeah.
get to the finals somehow. And also they've Kawhi, who was probably if he's healthy and playing well, he's the best defender in the league, easy.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, so they
Top
have
five
him.
player. But did you hear Did you hear that Toronto, they actually renamed themselves
What?
LeBronto? Yes.
Shut.
They did. I heard it.
So annoying.
The person told me.
Yeah. Oh, what person was this then? Dumbass. Bitch.
Okay. Next one, number 3.
We got
Philadelphia
76ers. Yeah, they were good. What, they got 4th seed last season?
Something like that. But it's just their potential.
Yeah, they
have so much potential to get
so
that
much
high.
young talent, and with Joel Embiid probably.
And Ben Simmons. You're forgetting about Ben Simmons.
No, I'm talking about just on Joel Embiid. I would say second best center in the league after Boogie Cousins. But if Boogie Cousins get injured, then obviously he'll be
over.
the
Yeah.
best. But yeah, I definitely I don't rate Karl Anthony Towns that much. He doesn't work enough. I know
He doesn't have the
talent.
effort.
He's not if he had the Mamba mentality, he'd easily be the best center in the league. But he just
You're forgetting about someone.
way too laid back.
Hassan Whiteside.
Hassan Whiteside is not in the top 3, I'm afraid.
Listen, he got first in blocks about, I think it was 2 seasons ago.
This
And he
isn't
got
2
first.
seasons ago.
first in
This
rebounds.
isn't 2 seasons ago.
But you're forgetting about the fact that he's first. This summer he dropped, I think it was 12 pounds or 12 kg. And
There's
his
a big
animal,
difference
his
in 12
physique,
pounds and 12
he would put Boogie Cousins in the rafters.
Hey, I don't think he would.
I'm sorry to say.
Did you
he would.
see when Karl Anthony Towns was putting up? I'll put the picture in here. But Karl Anthony Towns backing down
Oh, I seen
Marcus
that.
Cousins.
He didn't move.
Boogie Cousins was just looking down at him like as if it was a child trying to back him
Yeah.
down. Karl Anthony Towns
I
looked
see
like he
that.
was trying to move a mountain, and he was
Yeah.
crying.
I get
It's
you.
unbelievable.
I get you, but Hassan
Like,
Whiteside's not a
Boogie-
child.
Yeah, but then
7
look
foot
the difference
monster.
in offensive skills. Boogie Cousins is good 3-point shooter.
I'd say, yeah, he's way more fundamental.
He can dribble the ball a lot better.
Yeah, fundamentals wise, he's better, but overall athleticism. Hassan
Oh,
Whiteside's
yeah, you
better.
would have to get athleticism
Yeah.
with Hassan because he is.
Hassan can bench press.
he could bench press
I could bench
DeMarcus
press him.
Cousins.
I just have a feeling I know the people that are listening here, a couple guys
They're
here are
gonna
like,
roast
oh
you.
my god, they're going to be talking to me after about this.
They're gonna
Saying
be
Hassan
absolutely
Whiteside's nothing.
slating you.
And they know who they are, but I don't care.
Hassan
sticking to
Whiteside,
my
he's
word.
a good centre. I
Sticking to
wouldn't
my
put him
word.
as one of the best in the league.
Well, I would. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's just.
I
my
definitely won't put him 1 or
opinion.
2. I put him top 5 at least. I wouldn't put him 1.
If he was top 5, I'd put him 5th.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, fair.
4th.
Alright.
3rd.
In 4th, we've got the Bucks. So we got Giannis, just Giannis. He's an
Giannis
absolute
Antetokounmpo.
freak in nature.
Have you seen his
Him,
transformation?
Malcolm Brogdon. Oh, since for the last
His muscle.
like 4 seasons.
You gotta put a
3
picture
seasons.
of that now.
Yeah, he's insane. Like he's just so good. I think, and also I can't remember who they're playing. I don't know if it was against the Bulls. He was splashing threes.
Yeah.
That's worrying
Yeah.
for every other
Yeah.
team in the NBA because if he gets a good jump shot,
Mm.
it's game over. He could in a season or two overtake
He's
LeBron as the
completely
best player in the
unguardable
world.
nearly. He's borderline unguardable.
If he got a good jump shot, like good 3 jump shot, I would easily
Like, he has the
take him
athleticism,
over
but, yeah.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
I would
oh,
say he'd
100%.
surpass Kevin Durant. He'd probably in 2 seasons, if he was pretty knocked down, he'd probably become the best player in the world over LeBron.
Yeah, he'd have an MVP
Like,
in his
yeah,
pocket. right there.
He's definitely an MVP contender. I think to watch out for this season. So like he's already got an MIP. I think he's like after
He's
he was asked.
striving for that. She
after-
wanted it last
after-
year
yeah,
really
after he was
bad.
asked like what's next, he just got MIP. He was like, well, MVP. So
I might get it this year.
yeah,
And he nearly got it, but might be this
he
year.
should have been higher up in the contention last year, but this year I think is going to be his year, and he's going to take over. And now he has Brook Lopez. He's a good offensive center.
yeah.
Defensive wise, not so much, but he's there. And
He has a
he
good
has John
team. He's
Henson.
really just a.
Yeah, John and Chris Middleton as well. Good shooting guard,
Yeah.
knockdown. So
They're a weird
he's got
team.
a
He's
few-
just kind of like the whole.
it's a weird
he's
team,
the face of
but
the
it
team.
fits.
Yeah.
It kind of fits together
Yeah.
somehow.
They still play good basketball. They're kind of like
And
underrated.
actually, Eric Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe too. I
Yeah,
was trying
so-
to think who the point guard was. I was
Yeah.
thinking was it like
They have Malcolm
Jason
Brogdon,
Tatum,
but I
was
think he's
Yeah.
shooting guard probably.
Yeah.
5th, we've put the Pacers. So Victor Oladipo. He's
Darren Collison.
Yeah, Victor Oladipo, Darren Collison, Domantas Sabonis, and
DeMontis
Miles-
Sabonis.
I can't remember his name. Leave me alone.
You're forgetting about TJ
And
Leaf.
I was about to say Miles Turner, who's kind of a young
Stop.
centre who
Listen.
I think will get I don't know. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten as good as I don't know.
He has gone so much better.
He
From
has
the moment
gotten
I played
better,
with him
but
in
I
2K.
think right
I was
now-
like, he has some
2K.
potential. I swear. I
2K.
was like, and then he got a
Nah.
headband, and I'm like, this guy.
He's gonna be the greatest. He's
This
got
guy
a
has.
headband.
I'm telling you right now, Miles Turner has got some potential. He's
Yeah.
gonna get first NBA All Defensive Team one day, one season.
Yeah,
I swear
Maybe,
he's gonna have some.
it'll be a few seasons.
Might not be
but
this
it might
season,
happen.
next season. It will happen, and I feel like
But-
he's got so much potential.
He does
Trust.
have potential, but at this point, I would have liked to have seen him fulfill it a bit more, as in be better than he is right now. But he is still a good centre.
Yeah, like he's slowly
He's still a
grinding
good
away.
centre, especially as a rookie coming in blocking LeBron
He's slowly,
James.
yeah,
like,
exactly. He's slowly.
was
Have you seen his
insane.
transformation over the summer?
yeah,
He was kind of. He was strong, but he was kind of pudgy.
Mm.
Now and then he got himself a 6-pack, and now
He
it's-
did what Victor Oladipo did from the Thunder to go to the Pacers, where he just
Just
like
a big
literally
transformation.
0% fat
Yeah.
in his body. Like,
So yeah, because of that reason, the Pacers, I think,
what, just
definitely fit.
Monster? No, Victor Oladipo I think is gonna.
No, and Victor.
Yeah, I think Victor Oladipo is gonna have a really good season. He's gonna just become the true face of that franchise. Like he already kind of made it that way last season, but this season he's just gonna.
He can turn off. He's
dominate.
stuff. Sicko.
In
Anyway.
sixth, we've put the Wizards. So John Wall, Bradley Beal, Dwight Howard,
And
Kelly
thank God
Oubre
Martin
Jr.
Gorta has gone.
Tim.
Tim.
What's his name? Marcin Gortat didn't like him. Where's he gone now? He's on Nets. Is he?
I think
I
I
think he's
honestly
on to the
couldn't
Nets
tell you where
now.
he's gone.
But
hope he's gone out
he
of the
wasn't a
league.
great centre, and then the fact that he was
He was in his
causing
day.
trouble. In his day.
In the
but
Phoenix
like,
Suns, he was good, and then when he first came to the Wizards, he was fine.
Mm.
But now he
he
needs
started
to go.
then, especially because the fact that he started causing trouble in the locker room. I can't remember exactly what it was or whatever, but there just wasn't the chemistry, and he just didn't get on well with John Wall and Bradley Beal. I think
Yeah.
so. You kind of have to get rid of him, especially because John Wall and Bradley Beal are the dynamic duo of the Wizards, and so now that they've got Dwight Howard,
Dwight
that's
Howard,
a really
that's what I was
good-
going to say. Yeah.
especially. He had a good season, a pretty good season with the Hornets. I'm kind of surprised they got rid of him.
I didn't think they got rid of
But-
him. He came off a good season with them.
Yeah,
Him
I
and Kemba
know,
worked
but
well.
then you have Michael Jordan, the worst GM.
Do you think?
Or no, he's an owner. Sorry, not a GM.
But the richest athlete outside the sport,
Yeah,
not
no.
currently, the richest retired athlete. in
Yeah,
the
I know.
world.
But then the thing is, I saw something that was like all the retired players when they come back as coaches or like GMs, they never do well.
Yeah, to be honest. Well, Doc Rivers is probably one of the best to come
Ah,
off.
well,
He
Doc
was a
Rivers
player.
is an exception. He was. See, the thing is, it's all the great players who come back and
Do you
become
think?
owners, GMs, or coaches. All the great players.
like great players in the league.
They don't really do well. Where if it was like a kind of alright average player, they come back and they, I don't know. I just think they maybe understand the game.
Yeah, I get you. Like Eric
More to
Spoelstra
do-
got
do
an
more
MVP
watching that.
back in his day, and then he became.
Shut up.
No, no, just a quick, yeah.
But yeah, so the Wizards, yeah, they're probably gonna get sixth.
We don't even
seventh.
know. It's kind of weird, but they will get up there. Like
Yeah,
John Wall
I
has been
reckon, yeah, they'll
grinding.
definitely be playoff. They'll be in the playoff berth, like
They
the
definitely
first
will.
8. They'll definitely be in there.
Bradley Beal
Could
will
be anywhere.
knock out a few people to get there. But they all worked. They just worked well together. This Wizards team. The first three, John Wall, Beal, and Oubre Jr. just worked well
Yeah.
together. And if you could throw Otto Porter in there,
Yeah.
but that it's those three guys have like a connection, like
Mm.
like the big three in
Um,
the Celtics
yeah.
at the time maybe.
Yeah.
They just work well together. They know what they're
Mm.
doing. But yeah, anyway.
Now, from here on, it kind of gets a bit hairy, and from this point on, like, it's a bit of a mix-up, as in, it can go kind of any way with the teams. We're not, like, definitively sure, whereas, like, with the first 6, we're, like, pretty certain they'll either get, like, that seed or close to it, whereas from now on, it can literally go any way.
no, you're wrong.
So-
no, I'm joking. Go on.
So in 7th,
Yeah.
we have the Pistons. So we got
Detroit.
Blake Griffin and
Andre Drummond,
Andre Drummond. So
Reggie Jackson,
yeah, Reggie. So and Avery Bradley, I'm pretty sure still. And
Langston
so
Galloway.
If
Reggie
they,
Bullock.
if Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin have a good season, they can easily make the playoffs because they're both good talents and both
Defensive
could get
monsters.
all stars and
Yeah,
good defenders.
Definitely, yeah.
And now that Andre Drummond has
A
free
shot
throw,
now.
he
Oh,
has a free throw
stop.
now, so he's able to play in the clutch. So there's no more like hack a Drummond, hack a
Drummond.
Shack.
There's a thing here.
So-
Wait, would you agree with me to say if Andre Drummond got a reliable 3-point shot and a reliable mid range, would he be the best center? In the
Oh,
league?
easily.
You think he'd surpass Boogie?
Yeah, because he's a monster on the
And
boards
Cat
as
and the rest of
well.
them
Oh,
like that. Yeah,
Cat isn't in the question.
you really don't like Cat.
I just
You
the
really
fact
don't
that
like
he
Cat.
could. It's not that I don't.
He could
well,
be the best.
It's not that I don't like him. I don't like his attitude. I don't
His
like
attitude.
the fact that he's that good, and he's kind of like, yeah, all right, I'm here, I'm this good. I'm not
think
gonna,
it's 'cause
I'm
he's
not
so
gonna get
young.
better. I know,
Even
but then
Drummond's young. He's like
like
25.
I completely understand why Jimmy Butler wants to leave when he's got that. Like especially when like Jimmy Butler's working his ass off to be like the best he can be, and then there's Cat. He's like Instagram live and at like 2 o'clock in the morning playing phone at like 2 o'clock in the morning when he should be either like working out,
Or
sleeping,
sleeping,
and like just
relaxing,
resting
yeah.
and staying healthy,
Mm.
and he's staying up to all hours doing stuff like that,
Stupid stuff.
and it's just not helping.
I guess he's
and
just
it kinda-
living the life the way he wants to.
I know, but when
He's
you
not-
could be that much
Great.
better and that great, and you're just not really doing it because you couldn't be arsed.
Mm. Yeah, I get you.
It's
But he could
just
turn up when he
annoying to watch.
wants to, but
It's-
overall, his attitude,
Yeah.
I get you.
he kind of, I think he is quite immature still. He's young,
Oh,
he's
I'd say he's like
immature.
20,
he doesn't-
21.
Yeah. So
Around that, anyway.
anyway, we'll leave that. But yeah, so we have the Pistons there
Now,
in 7th, 8th.
Miami Heat.
We've got the Miami Heat.
Probably a lot of people won't agree with this, but actual like statistics and analytics show that Miami will get 8 seed. I will
And
say 8 seed.
I would more so say is the fact that they're pretty much. I wouldn't say it's a guarantee, but I strongly like. I don't know how to phrase this, but
It's okay.
I
They'll
think-
win the NBA finals.
sure. I really think they're gonna get Jimmy Butler now because he
Of course.
wants to be gone from Timberwolves.
That's what I
They're
was
the
gonna say,
main kind of team that are in trade negotiations with them. So I think
I think
they're
we're
probably
definitely
gonna get
gonna
him.
The thing
And
is-
with him and D Wade, they have real good chemistry. They're
Connection.
like brothers.
Yeah.
And I know they may not be playing with each other a lot because D Wade won't be starting.
Yeah.
But
Still six
Still,
man, basically. Six
yeah,
man.
like Jimmy Butler is like.
Oh,
a
he
real
would
talent.
so
Him and
suit
Hassan
Miami. He would
Whiteside,
suit Miami
Goran
so
Dragic.
well.
He would. Apart from the one magazine article he did like 6 years ago
Okay.
or whatever. It's like, what would you never wear? And it was a Miami Heat jersey.
Oh,
Like, what
yeah.
happened to-
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Or did you see
so-
that thing when Dwayne Wade's wife Gabrielle put
Oh,
on
yeah,
the thing and
and
he was
he-
like, "Oh damn!"
Yeah. And then,
In that exact
yeah.
way.
And then
Dwayne
Dwayne
Wade was
Wade
like-
went over to his and he was like, "Did you ever put oh damn on my wife's
Never
Insta
do that,
ever
yeah.
again?" He's like, "Oh, that was funny."
That was
but
very funny. But
you can
that-
tell they kind of meant it in like not
Yeah.
a good way, but like it was a joke,
Yeah.
like between.
But Dwayne Wade would kill him if that happened. He would. But in the end of it, I seen that one of the trades that was gonna happen was that if we got Jimmy, then the Timberwolves would get Whiteside and Dion, and for some reason the Timberwolves declined that, and I'm actually very happy. And I'm very happy they did because I wouldn't mind if we got rid of Dion because I just don't like him. Like he was good about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And then he just ever since he had his kid, this is what I think. Ever since
the kid.
ever since
every
he-
time.
Ever since he had his son, he just went downhill and he got injured and then we used to have surgery and all like that. That's obviously not his fault, but still, he turned out. It's all the kid's fault. No, I'm joking.
No.
But we can't afford to lose Whiteside on all costs. Like he's like our main
And what?
defensive monster.
Just as Winslow's probably a better
Just as
defender
Winslow.
than
Then Whiteside.
yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well-
you don't even like Winslow.
I know, but I respect his defensive game.
I think his offense is better than his
game
defense. Ah, no, stop. Have you
Oh,
seen
his
his
offense
offense?
is-
He's working very
He's
well.
working on it, but he's still a better defender.
Actually, about a year ago, he worked with Kobe on just shooting. Literally just shooting.
Giannis, I saw a thing actually just quickly. Giannis had a workout with Kobe and he showed up like, I don't know if it was 3 or 5 hours early.
Giannis showed up that many hours early.
Yeah, and was like putting in work before
Kobe even
training.
came.
Yeah, before Kobe even
See,
got
that's
there.
that's something Kobe
like
would do.
Mamba mentality right
That's something
there.
Kobe would do to
He's
himself.
like shown now that he wants this MVP. He's gunning for it. So
Gunning.
okay,
So Miami are gonna get 8th,
Miami.
and I'm happy with that. Like, cause our goal, I say it every season, our goal is just to get to the playoffs.
Mm.
Where some teams want to do different things, but we want to get to the playoffs. That's the main thing. Anyway,
okay, 9th we've got the Bulls and
Chicago.
like 8th, 9th, or 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. I think could all be interchangeable. As in, like it could go.
it's gonna be
between
very
the four
close
of them.
between the
It'll be
last
between-
3. 8, 9, 10
I
will be
think
close.
especially between Miami and the Bulls, I think it'll be like it was 2 seasons
For the
ago
past
when
few
we had
years, it's
Jimmy.
been really close.
It's
Yeah.
like the 8th seed is between those two kind of.
Yeah.
And now with the Bulls, with the young team they have Jabari Parker now as well added into that. They have quite a strong starting 5. I think Wendell Carter Jr. is going to do really well this season. I think he might be one of the Rookie of the Year candidates. Chandler Hutchinson, I'm kind of hoping for big things from him as well. Like so far in the preseason, he's looked all right. So hopefully he can just show up and like just play well. Just
Robin Lopez?
starting for he's old. He's moving over. But yeah, no, I would hope that the Bulls would at least get to the 9th seed and maybe even just scrape the playoffs.
Yeah.
Just because if they got to the playoffs, it would be great experience for the young players.
Yeah, to see what it's
Just
like.
to get
Yeah,
into
of
the
course,
playoffs, see what it's like in
Yeah.
7-game series, and
Even
just
get
that
lose, but once they're in
practice.
that
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they
environment.
got like knocked out in the first round, and if they got into the second round, I'd be absolutely ecstatic. I'd be
Yeah,
chuffed.
exactly. Yeah. And
But
it tells you something
it
that like
just-
it shows
yeah.
that if the young players can work that hard to get to the playoffs.
That shows they're hungry,
Yeah.
they want it, and then
Yeah.
if they get better, then every season hopefully they'll be getting back there and maybe getting higher into like higher seed or getting past in the second round, then conference finals, and then maybe eventually work their way into the finals. But yeah, so we got the Bulls in 9th, Hornets in 10th, and that's really because
See, this is a weird one now.
they could do really well, they could do not so well. It's just because their own
And they just
their
lost Dwight.
main threat is Kemba Walker, and
Yeah.
that's really
Like
it.
Nick Batum has gone down, MKG, Michael Kikulas
Yeah.
has gone down. Most of them have gone down, but last season they did really well with Dwight. And I
Yeah.
feel like just because,
Yeah,
just
I
in my
feel like it was a
opinion,
mistake
just
to
because
get
they
rid of.
lost him, I feel like their whole, not morale, but their whole like style or something will go down. If you know what I
Actually,
mean?
what rookie did they get? Or was it anyone good?
Jeez, I have no idea. I think they were really far down, no?
They probably were, but yeah,
I think
just-
Tyler Zeller still, I think. Like, they only have Kemba Walker.
yeah, I think just because Kemba Walker's their best player, and he is a good player, he's probably all-star level player, and he is underrated. But just him on his own, I think
Yeah,
he
no,
needs
no,
help
yeah,
if he
he
wants to get to
definitely
the playoffs.
Well, Jeremy Lamb, I guess. You see,
He's
them two played in college
alright.
too, but that's
He's
literally the only thing.
Alright, he's not the greatest. Like Jeremy Lamb, he's decent. I reckon he's probably a role player
Mm.
at best.
That's so-called, yeah, decent at best for
Yeah.
them. Do you know what I mean?
So yeah, it's just.
That's why they get 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we've got
Good change,
Knicks in 11th. I reckon
See,
they
we're
might
putting them higher.
surprise.
They could get lower, but I feel like we think they're gonna get higher this year because when Kristaps comes back and because their new rookie, Kevin Knox, yeah.
and Frank Nicholina
you know what I mean?
is
They have
he's
not
pretty
the worst
decent.
team.
And Tim Hardaway Jr.
Tim
as well,
Hardaway,
is good
yeah,
shooting guard.
like
He's a
Tim
good shooting
Hardaway.
guard.
Tim
But-
Hardaway Jr.
I have a feeling they'll kind of shock a few people. They might even, if they really shock people, they could get 8 seed. Like I
Oh,
can
that's
kind of
pushing now.
I could see if Kristaps stays healthy the whole season, I could see it.
If he
'Cause
doesn't get injured, yeah, him.
Like if he hadn't got injured, I reckon he was on the road to getting Defensive Player of the Year. Because like before he got injured, he was leading the league in
yeah, I've
blocks.
seen that, yeah.
So if he can come back, have that start but not get injured, and then just
The unicorn.
take over with the Knicks, just like be the
I wouldn't
main
say.
thing
I
of
just
the
for
offense.
some reason there's something telling me they won't get in the top 8. The most they'll so we think they're 11th. I think the most they get is 9th at least.
Yeah,
At a push they'll get
yeah.
8, but I feel like 9th is their highest thing they'll get now this year.
Yeah.
This might not even happen, but this is what I think. This is what we
Mm.
think in general. Now,
Yeah.
and that's why. So number 12. Now this is a lot. I'd say a lot of
The-
people won't agree with
these
this.
last 4 now are
These are very
completely
changeable,
random.
But it's
Like,
this
well, not
one right
random,
here. It's definitely this
Yeah.
one, number 12. The Cavs now. Literally because they lost LeBron, we think that, and
but They've lost LeBron, they've lost Kyrie, so like, yeah, I know I did cough there.
they're about to get sick on the table there.
Sorry, yeah, my voice is went. I need
They
to
lost
water.
Kyrie, they lost LeBron,
Yeah.
they still have Henny, you know, they still have
Henny's gonna just
Thompson,
leave,
Tristan will go down.
Tristan
No, stop.
Thompson, like Tristan Thompson's alright. He's not
okay.
great. He's an undersized centre who's alright on defense, not great on offense. J.R. Smith, if he stopped on the Henny, he'd be grand. Like
needs to
he
stop.
was a good player, and he could become like the
He
main, one of the
loses
main
games.
scorers on that team. He just needs to become more consistent rather than like disappearing every so often. Kevin Love is gonna pretty much
He's a
become the
star now.
face.
Yeah,
He's gonna
now.
become the face of that franchise. I kind of hope to see him go back to like the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves.
Kevin
Do
Love.
you know what? That would be
I would
brilliant.
love to see that and him just take over there and just become a brilliant player and maybe not have panic attacks in games anymore.
But him literally leaving, I think like the reason why he left partly was because LeBron was on that team, and because
he wants to play with LeBron. Who wouldn't want to
because
play with
LeBron invited him over. But now
Yeah.
that he's gone, I think, I think actually if he went to the Timberwolves and taught, Cat and Wiggins and
No,
all them type. I feel like they would gel. I feel like they
I
would.
think it would just.
I
get
feel like they
even
would.
worse than
Because Jimmy's not at that position, and because Kevin Love does play that position and can play center at times, I feel like he could teach him a few things.
I
Discipline being one of
I
them.
don't think it would work.
I think it would.
No,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
stick with
think so. But no,
Kevin
but
Love's a
no,
borderline
'cause-
leader. He has to be a leader this season.
Yeah,
He has to
and he said now he signed a 4-year contract with them, and he said he is in Cleveland. He's happy to be there. That's
Yeah.
where he wants to be. So I don't see him being traded in the next few
Yeah,
seasons or
no.
whatever.
But if he does ever get
So-
traded, I would love him to go back to
Timberwolves, yeah, like KG,
Like, yeah, to
eventually,
finish his career
eventually, yeah, ended
where
up
he
back in the
started.
Bulls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
got
weird
them.
one, but-
And Colin Sexton could kind of. He's the kind of.
The young
For
bull.
me, the Cavs are there, but I think, depending on how Kevin Love and Colin Sexton play together,
Mm.
and just play overall, if they don't play well together, I think they could go lower. But if they do play well together and start playing really well this season, I could see them getting higher. And
They could,
I
yeah.
know Tristan Thompson's an idiot when he came out, and he was
stop.
like, "What? We've won 4 conference finals now in a row." So he was like, "Oh, like teams saying we're not going to do that. That the Cavs aren't going to do that well." And they just have to go out there and prove it. And I think that's a load of crap. Like they're not the team whatsoever
To
that they used
prove
to
that
be.
they'll do it. Yeah, no,
they're
definitely.
nowhere near as good as they were without LeBron and
That's
Kyrie. Nowhere near
Even
as
just
good.
when Kyrie left, they were still,
Yeah,
you know, not
it was
that.
what they got 3rd seed,
They got 3rd seed, and you know,
and yeah,
the
they
reason why
still
they
got to the
there,
finals is because of LeBron. But
literally
like,
the only reason was because LeBron. They got a few.
and then
really-
Henny ruined everything. They could have. I wouldn't say they won the series, but they wouldn't have got swept
Yeah.
if Henny had a.
That's yeah.
So that, okay.
Sorry, wait, just 1 sec. That Colin Sexton kid has like an insane amount of intensity and
Yeah,
ferociousness.
he's-
Have you seen
Yeah,
him?
he's hungry. He wants to be in
The
the
young
league. He
bull, I
wants to
think
prove.
They call him
that
the
he-
young bull,
Yeah.
and it's perfect because he's so
he-
young. He's like
just his
19 or
tenacity,
20.
He's just gunning for it
Oh,
all
stop.
the time. Wants it.
I feel like
He
he's gonna
could,
be
he
big.
could be rookie of the year if he does.
definitely
well
a
with that, but
contender.
then the thing is, if the Cavs don't do well overall, he's probably not going to get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so 13th, we're going to go with the Magic.
Magic, yeah. It's kind of
Yeah.
it's perfect. Or Aaron Gordon,
Yeah.
Vucevic.
No, they don't have
Bamba,
big anymore.
Mo
Yeah,
Bamba.
Bamba. Yeah,
But because it's
they're
his first
very-
year,
yeah.
you know, I don't
Yeah.
know.
But they're very big man heavy. Like they've got Bamba, Gordon, and Vucevic. They don't really have. Well, they've Evan Fournier.
Oh,
They lost
here.
out for Peyton. Like they don't have great kind of guards.
I think they
Or
have
small
not Bam, what's that? Bismack Biyombo.
Oh yeah, that's
They even
even
have-
more another
yeah,
big man.
big
like
man,
they have
yeah.
way too many. Oh no,
Because of that,
did Biombo go
to
back
Toronto.
to? No, he didn't go to Toronto. Did he go back to like the Pelicans or did he go to the
I don't think he
Hornets
did.
or something? Or did he go to the Hornets? I'm gonna look
Don't
this up
think
because
he
I don't know if he's still on the Magic.
I thought he re-signed, no?
I'm not sure. I thought I saw something about him going somewhere. So it just shows how.
Probably to
prepared-
Japan or something.
Right now, he's with Charlotte.
He went back to Charlotte.
Yeah, he's gone back to Charlotte. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's who Kemba has, but he's not exactly gonna be.
That's like nothing.
Yeah.
When Bismarck,
He's a good. He's
when Biombo
like
was with
a,
the
he's a
Raptors, he
good
was
centre.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
Rebounding machine.
I was really surprised when they traded him. Like, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's
so
not really too much
but
to say
yeah,
on that, but
Magic,
the big man.
yeah, they just only have big men and they're just lacking in a good guard and like a kind of a balanced team.
Yeah.
They're just very leaning toward big men side of things, and even then their big men aren't breaking into like the top 5.
Yeah, they're not even noticeable.
So
really.
maybe if they had like a like kind of a top 5 power forward and top 5 center, yeah, you kind of be like, okay, they could do something, but because they're maybe scraping the top 10 if
Yeah,
even.
yeah.
There's not really that
Let's
much
just
hope
say
for
they're
them.
past the Shaquille O'Neal and Penny Hardaway days.
Yeah.
Penny Hardaway days
Anyway, then we're going to go to the Brooklyn Nets
at 14. We were thinking, now this was a hard one, we were going to say Hawks 14th, Nets 15th. We were kind of deciding between it, but the only reason we think they're going to get 14th is because in the past maybe 2 seasons they've actually kind of bumped up their roster a little bit. In D'Angelo Russell, the skills champion, Spencer Dinwiddie,
And
you know,
they've got, not his
and
name.
not Jake
Ronnie Hollis Jefferson
Yeah,
as
DeMar
Jay
Carroll.
Crowder. No, DeMar Carroll, yeah.
Alan Crabbe.
So they've got in fairness a few decent role players,
Yeah.
maybe a future star in D'Angelo Russell, I don't know.
He's got
kind of
potential.
questionable. He does
Yeah.
have a lot of potential.
He
It's
leads that
questionable.
team.
Yeah, he does lead that team. So they could do higher because they do kind of have a decent team. And who's their starting centre? Oh, they've got Timothy Mozgov now.
Oh, stop. I'd say Dwight Howard is so happy he didn't get to go.
Oh, he's so happy
I'd say
that
he's
he
like,
got away from him.
thank God.
Although they have Martin Gortat now, don't they?
Did he?
Yeah, they traded him for Dwight Howard.
I literally couldn't care about Martin. I think he's absolutely a disgrace. Just get him out of the league.
He's too old.
Back to Jamaica.
Okay, then 15th. Then obviously we've got the Hawks.
Hawks,
That's
nah.
they've got Trey Young
And Vince Carter. They got
and
Vince,
Vince
Carter.
Carter. Vince Carter's a
They
bit
lost
old.
Dennis
He's going to
Schroeder.
be 41 this season.
Yeah,
So
too old.
they're-
They lost
they're
Dennis
not-
Schroeder.
They lost Paul Millsap 2 seasons ago.
Mike
So like,
Muscala. They lost Corver.
they still Kent Bazemore somehow.
He's none.
Haven't
He's
seen
none.
him. Yeah, he used to be kind of a prospect, but now he's dropped off.
Like, people look forward to playing the Hawks because they know they're going to win.
Yeah.
The teams, I've seen videos, it's funny. So yeah, that's our predictions for the East side. The top
Okay,
15.
and yeah, so now with the West, we obviously have number one
Golden
seed,
State
Golden
Warriors.
State. No questions needed. Golden State.
Everyone knows
Especially with Boogie now, it's just game over.
it's unfair. I reckon
What?
though, Tralee Warriors could beat them.
Shut up.
I reckon they could.
Existing.
Yeah,
Just no. Okay, now second seed then. Well, it's like
Yeah, we'll
first
just
seed,
skip to the
obviously.
second. Yeah,
Second seed is the Rockets.
Houston
So
Rockets. Yeah.
I'm not really sure how the Rockets are going to do now that they've lost, as I said earlier, Luka Mbamute and
Trevor Ariza.
Trevor Ariza. But
Maybe it's for the best.
I reckon still with Chris Paul and Harden, the reigning MVP,
Yeah, and the new
they're
Melo.
going to do well. So, and actually, yeah, in the first preseason game, Melo apologized for shooting a deep two.
Did he?
He apologized
apologised.
for shooting a deep
But
two.
did you see the funny videos? Like James Harden was doing a couple
Oh,
of
and
dribble
he
moves.
tried to pass it and he went straight
Just
out.
went flying out
In
of
fairness,
bounds.
that was actually
That's
I
the
think
connection.
That was Carmelo's fault because
How?
Carmelo went to, as in he
Move.
moved
Yeah, okay.
and then stopped, and so Harden was passing to where he should have been if he kept moving rather than
get
where he
you.
was.
And then Harden was like, "Oh, sorry, I can't hand out.
Yeah.
Sorry about that." But yeah, the Rockets, they play great basketball. They got very far last year, so that's why we think they'll
Yeah.
get second this year.
Like what it was a 7-game series against
Yeah.
the Golden State. So yeah, it all depends on how Melo plays and how he gels with the team.
Just that
As
shot.
the- yeah, and
That last
but
second
I'm,
buzzer
I'm I'm pretty sure they'll get second seed.
Yeah.
Third, we have the Lakers. LeBron.
Now this is
we've-
very weird, but I think just because the acquisition of all them players this year, LeBron, the best in the world currently, I'd say.
easily.
Yeah, easily. And the rest of them, that's why they're gonna boost up to third. Because LeBron, that's what he does. Like I saw a statistic. It was like, or not a statistic, a fact. It was an actual fact. It said LeBron could play. He's so good that he could play for the Brooklyn Nets and get them into the playoffs, like top 8,
Oh, easily.
maybe even top 5.
Easily.
Him on his own with the current team they have, and just
Yeah.
because he's him, he'll get them up to the top 5.
Mm.
He's on another level of
Yeah.
talent.
So Lakers,
So, yeah.
we got them in third. We've talked enough about them earlier on in the video, so we'll just kind of
Move on to
just
fourth.
say third. Fourth, we've got the Thunder with Russell Westbrook, Paul George, Stephen Adams, Andre Robertson will be back
Russell
this season.
Westbrook.
Andre Robertson will be back this season, and
Why? What was wrong with him?
I can't remember what wrong. He was
Is he injured?
He was injured for like all last season. He is their best defensive player.
Yeah.
Although no, Paul George was class
Steve
on
Adams
defense.
is a great defense player.
That's, yeah, I know. And did you see his reaction to
No.
there was some reporters talking to him? He was like, "Oh yeah, you've been voted by the GMs as like the toughest player in the NBA," and he was like, "Oh really?" And they're like, "What do you think of that?" And he was like, "What? Do I get a bonus?" And they were like, "No." And then he's like, "Well, that's dumb." He was like, "Well, like
That's
the whole
dumb.
point of like the like." Just calling him like the toughest player. And
There's
rating
no
players
bonus
and
for
things, like, he was like, there's literally nothing matter. Like, who cares if the toughest player or not? Like, you win or you lose.
Yeah,
Who
that's very
cares?
true. That's very
Oh,
true.
he's the toughest player. So
Relentless.
what? Has he won? No. So
He's a very good teammate, I think, as well.
Yeah,
Like he
he's a
breaks,
great
like
teammate.
whenever fights, he breaks them up. He never gets into them.
oh,
gets
but if,
kicked in the
if there
goal.
was a fight and he was angry, he'd
Oh,
kill
yeah.
the other person.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, that's where the toughest player comes into thing. Like,
Or gets
he
kicked
would
in the goalies.
kill someone.
Yeah, no, he's a
Man,
beast. He's an
oh,
animal.
if him and
He's
Draymond
absolute-
Green were having a fight, he would kill him.
It's because he doesn't unleash his anger. He's kind of just real calm and collected.
He's from New Zealand, that's why.
Do you know? Wait, just
He's a
before we
Kiwi.
move on,
He is a Kiwi.
do you know he's part of a family of like 15 kids?
Yeah, I know.
He's like
Madman.
one of the youngest, I think, as well. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's actually kind of cool though.
Jeez, absolutely.
I'd say that's where his
madman.
competitiveness comes from being with all them siblings.
100%, Yeah,
You know what I mean? The
Yeah, I know.
angerness.
yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
so
moving on to
fourth left
fifth.
On their fifth, the Spurs
The Spurs, yeah.
with their newly acquired.
This might even be
DeMar
too
DeRozan?
high. But just because DeMar DeRozan
I
is
don't
now
think
with
so.
them.
I wouldn't say that's too high. I'd say that's kind of just where they need to be. I know they didn't get. Into
Do you think they're
the
just
playoffs.
perfect like at
They
that?
didn't get playoffs last season.
No. And that was
And
the first time in
in
like 20 years.
Yeah. and I was shocked by that, but then not really because Kawhi was being a snake at the time,
And Tony.
exaggerating his injury.
You hate on
and
Kawhi?
I think last season what he did was shocking.
Do you?
I think he was well able to play, and I saw, I think it was Stephen A. Smith, like the reporter on First Take on ESPN.
Yeah.
Like he has a lot of like sources and whatever, and he was saying that like he was even talking to like the doctors from the Spurs, because like he's always like loved the Spurs, been in with them or whatever, and they were saying that he was well able to play. There was no reason, he wasn't injured.
I guess just when you
so-
don't want it, when you just don't want it anymore, you just don't want it, and Kawhi just stuck with that.
I
Until
know,
the very
but
end.
I find that disgraceful, especially when you've gotten Finals MVP,
Defense
you've
player of the
won Defensive Player of the Year, you've won a championship with them, you're like their franchise player. You don't really have the right to say, no, I don't want to play here,
Like-
I'm just going to stop playing. You've literally got a contract that says he has to play, you have to play for them. Jeez, I struggle with that.
Yeah.
But that you have to play with them. So like, I don't like the fact that he's no, I don't
Yeah,
like it.
no.
I'm just not gonna play.
I
just
get
don't
you,
like
but
that.
because of his talent, he can play.
But I can do whatever he wants.
Not even because of
That's-
that. No, not because of that. I'm trying to figure out the right word to say here.
What?
Like he could be. I guess he's that type of person that doesn't want to fake his happiness of being there. He doesn't want to fake.
He's up front.
He doesn't want to
wanna
fake anything.
But faking an injury isn't the right way of saying I don't want to play. I
Yeah.
don't want to be here.
I guess
be
that was the
upfront
wrong.
about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, okay, I get you.
It's not like I understand why he did it, but I just don't like the way he did it.
No,
like
I get
what
you.
he did to kind of show that he didn't.
But
like
look, in
I
a way,
would've
he got his.
preferred if he had just been outright, just listen, I don't want to play here, trade me, and
Yeah.
just get done with
Well,
it.
like, and I guess he got kind of kicked in the ass for it too, because he doesn't even want to play in Toronto, and he got shipped over to Toronto.
I reckon that'll change after this season.
But that whole trade was ridiculous for both of them. Like, so DeMar DeRozan got snaked out of it by the organization.
I wouldn't say he was snake.
Loyalty.
but-
No, it was all about loyalty.
Yeah, that.
And then
yeah.
DeMar didn't want to play Kawhi didn't want to play in the Spurs, and got shipped over to Toronto because of it. I thought it was gas.
Well, like he deserved that. To be fair, he didn't want to play there, so he
Yeah, but
has
everyone
no
was
right.
saying he's going to
No.
the Lakers. Imagine if he went
No,
to the
but the
Lakers.
thing is, he has no right after what he pulled to be like, no, you have to trade me to here. He has no right, and no, especially after the way
Yeah.
he kind of ruined his relationship with the organization. He has no right to say, oh, trade me to here.
Well, I guess I agree with you in that sense, like demanding the trade, but like
And also the fact that the Spurs have always been a smart team on trading players, big players. They never trade them to someone in the same conference or someone who
Yeah.
like will have the better of them if they get that player.
yeah, no, I get you.
So yeah, like but the
I'm
Spurs
so-
now with DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus
Yeah.
Aldridge, Rudy Gay, Paddy Mills, a few
Rudy Gay
others,
is so underrated.
Ozil.
I think he's a brilliant player.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do well.
Yeah.
And then
I still don't like them. Sorry about that.
now, from here on in with the West, there's a bit of a question mark around it. Like
Yeah,
literally on the
there's
sheet
a
written on,
li-
there's a little
There's
question
an actual
mark.
question mark.
Just because there's so many good teams that deciphering who'll get 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, that it's kind of it's not kind of, it's very difficult to say because it literally can go anyway and can be based on injuries, how people play this season, and just yeah. So in 6th we have the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard,
Yeah.
CJ McCollum, Yusuf Nurkic. I was about to say Alan Crabbe, he's with the Nets now.
He's gone. But it's really just them two.
Yeah.
Or them three even.
Yeah.
Like Dame Lillard, I'd say, is just one of the clutchest players in the entire league.
Yeah, I would.
He's
definitely
just-
agree with
he's
that.
very
He's-
underrated,
and
but-
his shot is completely knocked down as
It's
well.
just you just give it to him, he'll bloody win the game. If you, not
Yeah.
most of the time, I'd say about 85% of the time.
yeah.
Dame Dollar, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you never, I know it's a funny name, but that's what
he's a
that's
rapper
what he
now,
is.
so
Like he's
he's a rapper as well.
he's
so,
a rapper.
He's got bars.
Like I like him, but I feel like he needs to leave. Like there's something.
Yeah, I would like to see him on a different team.
I don't want him with Trail. Like I don't even like the Trail. I don't like the Spurs and Trailblazers, but he's the only player I like on him because I recognize his talent. It's the same with the Spurs. I liked Kawhi because of his talent, but there was just some other players on it I didn't like. I respected their talent.
You don't like KD?
I respected their talent. Yeah, I respect his talent,
Okay,
but I just
fair.
don't
Okay,
respect
fair.
his.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
respect
That's
it.
like with Kyrie.
Kawhi.
Oh my god. Kawhi and how he dealt with it, I agree. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I understand. But okay, so we have the Trailblazers in 6th, 7th. We have the Timberwolves.
This is a bit weird.
This could go any way with Jimmy Butler if he leaves or stays. Like I know
He's
he
gone.
came out and said that if he is kept, he's happy to play the regular season or whatever. He will play the games.
Yeah.
Like he's professional, so he's not gonna put
He's
a
still
Kawhi
getting
on
paid
it
in
and,
the end of the day.
yeah, he's not gonna put a Kawhi on it and just not play or fake an injury.
Mm.
But then if he goes, it depends on how Cat and how Andrew Wiggins pick up the slack, or if they pick up the slack, because Andrew Wiggins last 2 seasons been quite disappointing. After, I don't know, did he win Rookie of the Year? I can't remember, but
He
as
did go
kinda- He
downhill.
was number 1 pick.
Yeah.
He was a big prospect. He's like the main reason that the Timberwolves were happy enough to give up Kevin Love to send him to the Cavs, because they thought they were getting kind of like a future like NBA All-Star, whereas he hasn't really shown his potential in like the last 2 seasons. He hasn't shone through.
He got
as
that
a
game
star.
winner against the Thunder. Do you remember that?
That he one game winner, like
Still
yeah.
though, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the only real
that,
thing.
You'd want to be seeing that like night in, night
Yeah,
out
do you know what I
to
mean? Yeah, I
kind
get you.
of see his potential.
He's very athletic, and that's really
he
it.
is very.
He has
yeah.
a decent shot, and he has a pair of
No,
shoes
shot. He is
that a
very
guy
good.
we know has. We won't say.
And
So that's
that is me.
so.
But yeah, they also have what D Rose, Taj Gibson, Luol Deng, and at the moment Jimmy Butler.
Did you
so
see
they
D Rose in
really,
the preseason, the first game?
Yeah, he's playing in shooting guard
He was
as well. He wasn't
looking
even playing
good.
point
I'm
guard.
not gonna lie, he was looking quite
He
good.
is, and I just hope he continues looking good for the whole season.
His
because
hair's a bit
D-Rose is
stupid,
my
but-
favourite player. D Wade is his favourite player.
Yeah.
So I hope he just plays well this season, because he deserves it after all the shit he's been through, after his injuries, after getting
It's so
MVP.
sad, like what he used to be and what he's now. It's
Mm.
really sad. But anyway,
On to
Number
8
8.
seed, we have the Utah Jazz, and this could be interchangeable with the Timberwolves, Trailblazers, Pelicans,
yeah. See, I think the Jazz go
or
higher.
maybe even the Nuggets.
The Nuggets.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
anyway, the Jazz, Ricky Rubio, Donovan Mitchell, Grayson Allen, depends on how he
Rudy
plays. I don't like him, he's dirty, he's probably going to get a lot of
He's
text.
still a good player though. Yeah.
I reckon he'll get a lot of text this season, as in, because he's kind of still immature. I reckon he'll still kind of be dirty. But the thing is, it's not like college where he'll just be like, "Oh, I didn't mean it." It'll be the NBA, so they'll be
This
like,
is different.
"You did this." No, there's literally, you cannot do this. There's no excuse.
Gets
It'll
fined.
be fine or an extension, and there's no way in hell he's going to be getting Rookie of the Year if he gets
Not
like
a chance.
text or like fines or whatever. There's no way.
But the thing about him is that him and Donovan have a connection because they used to play together
Mm.
in college. So
So yeah, that could work
who
well.
knows?
And then the reigning defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert, Joe Ingles as well, who was completely
dead eye
knocked
shooter.
down.
Oh,
Completely
stop.
knocked down. I think he's so underrated as a small forward in this league. I know he's not that athletic, and he's like an alright.
He's Australian too.
but so is Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
He's just, his shot is so knocked down, it's unbelievable. But
Yeah.
in ninth we have the Pelicans, just because they've lost Rondo,
Yeah.
and they've lost Boogie. They've gotten Julius Randle, but
But they just have.
I don't think he's the greatest. Like, he's not. He's an alright. Like,
He got
he's,
built.
He's,
Over the summer, he got
he's
built.
strong. I saw him. I watched the first Bulls preseason games against the Pelicans. He tried to bully Wendell Carter Jr. Got called an offensive foul because he was just like literally digging the shoulder in, like shoulder charging him, and like you could see he kind of like wanted to show up the rookie, but wasn't really working. He was just making a fool of himself. But also, first 2 times he got the ball on the 3-point line, he shot the ball. Like,
What? He
I
can
saw
shoot the
that-
ball though. He can shoot the ball.
Not well from 3. Not well
so-
at all from 3.
Maybe
He's-
wide
For the
open.
time he's been in this league, he has not been known as a shooter. He's not a great 3-point
Wide,
shooter.
wide
And the
open.
first 2 times he got the ball, he was wide open as well. Bricked the 3, and I was like, he could have passed out, and like there wasn't even pressure on the shot clock or whatever. It wasn't like he had to throw up the 3. Like, he had time, could have driven, could have passed it off, but he chose to shoot the 3.
There and
I
then.
thought that.
Right, who were they
thought it was
playing?
very stupid. The Bulls. So I
Ah.
kind of thought that was like just his basketball IQ needs to be raised, and the shot.
He's a married man now, so it's a bit different.
Shit,
Things
would
change.
you-
Trust.
Oh, stop. But okay, so they have AD, obviously the face of the franchise. He's obviously going to be playing
Top
amazing.
5 player this season, 100%.
Easily, I would reckon top 3.
Even top 3, yeah. He could.
Yeah.
He could even get MVP. Who knows?
He could. I reckon MVP is between him, LeBron, and Giannis
Yeah.
this season.
Those 3.
That I think
That's
that would be,
literally
those would be the top 3. I kind of want LeBron to get it, or Giannis. Well, no, I want all of them to get it, but I'd like to see LeBron get
At
it.
the
He's
same
getting
time.
older. I'd like to, because
And because he's on the
LeBron's
new
getting
team.
older.
Yeah.
Like, this is probably realistically his last season, or the next 2 seasons will be his last season. I reckon he'll be able to put up numbers and plays well as he can
He's still
to
a
get
tank,
the
though.
MVP.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then after that, then it'll be all the young guys coming in like Giannis, AD. They'll all be taken up because AD's only like what 25 still.
He's
So,
still
like,
young.
He's
Got his
insane.
whole career ahead of him.
Yeah, I know.
He's still done really good so far from what he's done.
But yeah, no, they also have Drew Holiday, who I think as a point guard is underrated and will be one of the best point guards in the league this.
Now
this
listen,
year.
I agree with you.
I hope he becomes one of the best point guards.
I
in the league.
agree
Just
that he's
watching him play,
underrated.
So good.
I agree that he's underrated, but I don't agree he'll be the best. Like, do you think he'll be top 5?
I think he'd be top 5.
He'll be top 10, but he's not top 5 now.
It depends on how well the season goes.
So him being top 5, put him 5th.
Oh yeah.
At
I
least.
wouldn't be saying like what you've still got.
He'd have Curry,
Kyrie,
Westbrook,
Curry, Westbrook,
Dame,
Dame. him.
maybe even John Wall.
It depends on how John Wall plays. He does tend to disappear in clutch moments.
Goran Dragic.
Chris Paul's too old at this point now to be kind of top 5. But
Oh, actually, I didn't even think of Chris Paul. He
I
could
think
be.
he's just getting too old at this point.
Still,
I know
though,
he's a great
when he went
point
to the
guard.
Rockets, he was
He's definitely top 10. I don't know if I put him top 5.
top 5.
Shut up. let me make a mistake without you like commenting on it. But yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But yeah, so that's just the Pelicans. I know after losing Rondo, like I know Drew Holiday's a great defender, Anthony Davis is a great defender, Julius Randle's a good defender because he's physical. Like they're obviously on defense obviously they're not going to be soared, but they're going to be doing well. It's just offense. They need to get everything clicking. Get Julius Randle stop chucking up those threes.
At one time he did it.
He did, but I think it's going to be like that. Like throughout the whole season, he's just going to be stupid with shot selection, and he's just going to constantly be shooting up threes when he shouldn't. But okay,
Yeah, I guess.
we need to start wrapping this up, so we need to go quick at these last few. So 10th, we have the Mavs. And it's kind of funny, as in, you wouldn't think
Dirk
when someone says, oh yeah, the Mavs, what do you think they're going to do? You're going to be like, oh no, they're going to be terrible. But looking at it, they've got Luka Doncic, Dennis Smith Jr., Harrison Barnes, and DeAndre Jordan. As well, they've Dirk, but he's...
I'd say
more
they're so happy
fluky.
that they got DeAndre this year. Do you remember he snaked them out of it a
he
couple of
didn't
years ago?
snake them out of it. That was Chris Paul and Blake Griffin you can blame. They were like, oh no, stay with us, we'll be here. And then they fecked off.
Yeah, but
So-
like he got all their hopes up.
Yeah, I know, but at least he came through on his word and eventually got there, rather than not going
I'd say
at
some
all.
people are a bit pissed that he's there, but a lot of people are probably happy at the
Yeah.
same time.
But yeah, so just
Good team,
that,
actually.
like Harrison Barnes is very underrated as a small forward.
Yeah.
Like when Golden State they won the first championship, got rid of him, lost the next year. I thought if they had kept him, they would have been a lot better off because
He would have made that bit of a more impact. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
And then who else? You have
that's
Dennis
Mavs.
Smith Jr.
Yeah, Dennis Smith
And
Jr., Luka
Doncic.
Doncic. If he's
Rookie of the year
definitely going to
contender.
be a rookie of the year contender. He definitely will be unless he gets injured, but or also he could just be a bust. But
But you see his vertical, not his one, Smith Jr.'s
yeah,
over
40.
the summer. Stop it.
Wait, is it 48 or 40?
It's I have no idea. It's high 40s
I think
anyway.
it's like 48.
It's the highest in the
48
league
inch-
anyway.
Yeah, 48 inch vertical.
It's the
I
highest in the
think.
league. It's
Don't quote me on that. But
he might
I think
win
it is
he
48.
might win dunk contest this year if he gets
Yeah,
nominated.
he was in it last year, wasn't
Yep.
He wasn't that
Maybe
great,
maybe he was so angry that's why he's working over the summer.
he? Yeah, just getting that vertical up.
You never know.
Okay, 11th we have the Nuggets, but they could move up easily.
Only
I
like two
reckon.
spots. Ninth at least.
I reckon they could get 8. I reckon they
Why?
could
That's
scrape it.
weird.
What? Gary Harris, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic.
That's
Like,
weird.
It's a good like top 3.
Porter
They'll
Jr.
have
too.
Isaiah Thomas, they'll have Michael Porter Jr. coming in. They'll have Isaiah Thomas coming off the bench.
Oh come on, he's
If-
nothing compared to what he used to be.
I know, but if he has a good season, he can become that same player. Like he's not that old. It's not too late for him to kind of
He's
turn
like
it around.
Late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, I know, but like thinking like the only reason he got shafted like that is because he got injured. He got injured, and then it's the loyalty thing again, where
It
you
was
wouldn't
his
really
sister
tell-
as well.
that.
Wait,
No,
that has
did you
been
see? He played the day after, was it?
Yeah, I
and
know.
Played really well.
But seriously,
Killed the Bulls.
but bro, seriously. Oh yeah, I remember that.
I wasn't that well. No, obviously I wasn't happy that we got killed, but then I was kind of.
You
like,
were
okay,
up 2-0
I
in that
respected
series,
that.
and the Celtics came back and sweat
I
and
know,
destroyed us.
but that was because Rondo got injured and he was having a great.
You think
series
Rondo
for
made the
first
impact?
two.
Would have made
Oh, 100%. Especially
100%.
on defense as well. Martin Isaiah, he would have locked them down, but I was kind of happy to see Isaiah come out and destroy us after that because
just because
coming through, like going through an emotional event like that and playing a game the next day, that shows real,
respect and
like,
loyalty.
but not just real mental toughness and just he played that game for his
He was a
sister
man,
and that
yeah.
was his way of showing like his
Gonna do
love
this
for
for
her
her.
and
Yeah,
everything.
exactly,
That
yeah.
I really respected that. And then the Celtics, I didn't like the fact that they got rid of him, but they got Kyrie, so they obviously made
player.
a better choice for the
Yeah.
organisation, but it just wasn't.
Like he went
good
from
to see,
MVP player to he
Yeah.
kind of did with D Rose a little bit, except D Rose actually got the MVP.
yeah,
And D Rose is kind of like here now, but I think he's slowly rising now.
yeah,
I think he'll get it pretty high this season.
yeah.
But nothing
But
compared to what he used
the
to
one
be.
thing though, if the Nuggets start him, I will be absolutely shocked if they start him over
Gary Harris.
Gary Harris.
Oh, I think he's
I'll
a
be-
very good player. He's
Yeah.
very fundamental. Like he's a very
Yeah,
underrated player.
I'll be shocked if they start him over him, but it could go either way.
Looking
So
forward
yeah,
to
we
it.
have the Nuggets in 11. They could move up or down. 12 to the Suns got DeAndre Ayton, Trevor.
We're putting them
Ariza,
up
Devin
higher
Booker.
because of the connection between Devin Booker and DeAndre
Mm.
Ayton. I think they're going to
Yeah.
be very good together.
But with them, they've also got the new addition of Trevor Ariza. They've got Josh
Yeah.
Jackson, small forward, who's all right.
He's very, I don't know.
Iffy, kind
He's
of.
okay. He's not the best. Could
Yeah.
be a lot better. A lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now.
And Alex Len.
Yeah. So they've got a decent kind of. They've got the basis of
Like they were last season, I
a
think.
good thing. No, I think the
Or
Grizzlies
14.
got 15 seeds last
Again.
season. Yeah. I think.
Don't know why I
they
said again.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, Grizzlies were only 15th last season, and then they were in like playoffs. I think the season beforehand.
Alright.
But 13th seed, we got the Kings. We got
Yeah.
Darren Fox, Marvin Bagley Jr.
Buddy Hield.
Or Marvin Bagley the third, not Marvin Bagley Jr. I don't know why I keep saying Jr. Marvin Bagley the third, Willie Cauley Stein, Buddy Hield, and yeah, like they've got a decent kind of young enough squad, but I think they're missing a few pieces that'll get them up to playoff kind of contention. Darren Fox, I know.
Oh, but they've
I'm
just. they
pretty
were
sure he's going to
good.
come out and have a class season this
I
season,
think you will.
and I just hope that. Well, I don't like the owner. I think he's a gobshite, but
Their whole organization is just a bit stupid, to be honest.
isn't it?
Even in the history, in the past, like they've done some stupid things that make no
there's-
sense.
Like their owner has literally like come out before and said that he wants to play defense with 4 players, leaving 1 player on offense. Just a cherry pick, like that's like disgraceful.
Chino Hills
Owner,
tactic.
like exactly, it's an owner coming out and saying that, and you're like, are you the stupid?
That's why he's an owner, not a coach or a player.
Oh man.
Makes no sense. But anyway,
But anyway, so yeah, Kings in 13th, 14th. We've got the Clippers. They've got what?
Feel
Lou
sorry for
Will,
them going
Tobias
so far
Harris.
down.
Lou Will, Tobias Harris.
yeah, they don't even have DeAndre
Boban
anymore.
Marjanovic.
Did he not leave?
No, he's still
He's
the
still with
Clippers.
them.
They haven't even got Austin Rivers.
They have
Actually,
Milos.
No, that's where Marcin Gortat has gone. I think for Austin Rivers.
Has he?
Austin Rivers gone to Washington.
Yeah,
and Marcin Gortat went to the Clippers.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Still, it makes no difference. They're
yeah,
still going to be really
terrible. But just Lou Williams, love him. Gotta love him. I think he'll probably be starting this season as well.
bad. Sixth
so.
man of the year
Yeah.
contender
Then
again.
in
Or maybe,
fif-
sorry.
In 15th, then we've got the Grizzlies. But
Poor Grizzlies.
they could easily move up that list if
Marc
Marcus
Gasol.
Gasol and Mike Conley have a good season. They
So
were.
ridiculous.
I don't know what happened to them last season. Whether they lost pieces or they just, I don't know, something in the locker room happened. They lost chemistry. Just something happened and it all
Like
went to
Gasol was
shit.
like all defensive team a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
You
And
know,
he
he's one of the best
is
centers
one of the
in
best
league.
centers in the league.
One of the best
Like,
passing centers.
well, he wasn't last season, but he could easily come back to being one of the best centers in the league. Like it's in his blood, the Gasol blood.
Yeah,
like,
true.
they're
But Powell will always be
the
overall
better brother.
history.
Yeah,
definitely.
obviously.
It's that
But
Laker blood or Laker
the Laker legacy.
Laker times. Yeah.
Yeah. But the
And that's
Grizzlies
what-
could easily move up. Well, I can't say they can go down. They'll either have another terrible season and then get probably like first or second pick, and that might change what's going on with them. But
Mike Conley got
can't-
so much money for that contract extension.
Yeah,
I think he has
I
like a few, like 1 or 2 more years left in it.
Yeah, but
Got so much money.
I'd like to see Marcus and Mike Conley have a good season
Yeah.
because they're good players, and you hate to see good players on crap teams
Yeah.
doing really badly.
They need to boost up a bit.
Yeah, they just
And they lost their
this
coach, I
season-
think, as well. They lost Fizdale,
That's actually another thing.
or he could be back. No, he's gone,
Raptors
right.
lost Dwayne Casey and he's gone to the Pistons now
Oh,
rather than Stan Van
that's
Gundy.
another thing actually. Because of that, they could even go higher.
The Pistons.
Who knows?
Yeah.
He got coach of the year. He got shouldn't have got it in my opinion, but
Brad
he's still
Stevens
their
probably
coach.
deserved
I
it.
thought Brad Stevens should have
Yeah.
gotten it.
He got the like GMs. Actually, it was this year or like just I think this month gone, the GMs kind of do a vote on who they like their kind of coach of the year. And actually, yeah, this was last year after like at the end of the season they did their vote for like who got best coach of the year. They always do GMs, and it was the first season in like 20 seasons I think that someone got more votes than Greg Popovich, and it was Brad Stevens.
Really?
Yeah, like for the last like 20 seasons it's been Greg Popovich every
Constantly,
time,
yeah.
and now it like Brad Stevens just took over.
He's just such a
And
cool, calm coach, like.
he is, and he's young, and like he actually I saw a stat. It's he out of the all the coaches whatever, he is the best amount of in fourth quarter timeouts. They have the most like points after fourth quarter timeouts, as in like, you know, say they could be like kind of down by whatever, and then like they'll come out of the timeout, he'll call timeout, whatever, give them a plan or give them something, and then they will start like getting back into the game and getting back into
they
it.
have the most.
So he has the most
Really?
points out of all the coaches, like just from four quarter timeouts, like giving them
He can really relate to his
plays or
players,
something.
though.
Yeah,
Like,
and
he's
he
with
sure he who did he coach? He coached Gordon Hayward, didn't he?
Yeah, in college.
Yeah,
Butler,
so
I think it was.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
the coach.
we
There's nowhere
did
to
really well. So anyway, that's
those are our predictions for
our
the East
prediction
and
for
West.
the East and West. We'll probably have another podcast soon, hopefully just before the season starts.
We're gonna start doing reviews of some
yeah.
matches, maybe our own teams like the Bulls and the Miami Heat, or just the bigger teams like the Lakers and Golden State, and we're actually gonna review them and do nearly play by play and see what they could have done, what they couldn't have done.
I don't know,
And
play by
highlights.
play, that'd be a lot.
Not, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
not
but
play
like
by-
we'll pick certain plays out and just like gonna review them, or else we'll just go by game, see how they did, could they have won it, did they like
What they
what
could have
went
done
wrong?
differently.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Just we'll try and we're not professionals at it, obviously. We're definitely not a
Not
professional.
professional. Well, I am, but you're not.
Oh, you
Mhm.
sure? But yeah,
Just
we're
for fun.
doing it for fun, doing it for our own kind of, I don't know,
Benefit.
but benefit, and just because of our interest in the game and in the league. So I think we'll end it today. I know it's gone on quite a long time. We meant to only stay under an hour, but we've gone like an hour. Like
I think it's because you
20,
talk
so-
too long.
Oh, you're gonna get hurt. I'm gonna just
I'm
go break this man's back.
I'm gonna let you
and-
finish.
All right, so we will.
Thanks for
This
listening.
has been the Dublin Ballers podcast. If you enjoyed it, why not hit the like button or subscribe or both if you're feeling generous.
Yeah.
And see you.
Bye.